Now see, Giberllins, commercial applications of Giberllins produces larger fruit. I had given the example of Thompson grapes. Okay, in market we get easily this type of grapes. So these grapes are called as Thompson grapes. Size of the grape is larger as compared to the grapes which we get in the market initially. Here the grape size is very much smaller, while after the application of Giberllins during the flowering stage of these grapes, here due to application the fruit size increases and the juice, the amount of juice also increases inside these grapes. So this is one of the commercial application of Giberllins. Causes bolting in biennial plants. Do you remember I had explained you annual plants, biennial plants, perennial plants. So can you tell me about what are biennial plants? Disha, Yashasvi, can you tell me what are biennial plants? What are annual plants? Girls, answer my question. As I had told you, annual plants, they complete their life cycle in one season only. For example, when in rainy season, they germinate, the seeds germinate. Okay. In one season only, they will complete their life cycle. That is, the seeds will germinate. It will give rise to its vegetative growth. Vegetative growth means formation of root, shoot. It is called as vegetative growth. Then afterwards, after completing the vegetative growth, it will give rise to flower. So this is called as flowering stage. So after certain period, it will give rise to flower. It is called as reproductive stage. So in one season only, that is during rainy season only, it will complete its life cycle. That is, seed will germinate, it will give rise to root, it will give rise to shoot. That is, vegetative part or vegetative growth is completed, and then it will give rise to flower. Then after formation of flower, it will give rise to fruit, and inside this fruit, seeds will be formed. And its life cycle is completed in one season only, and these plants will die. So these plants are called as annual plants. Mostly whenever I will ask the question, students will reply. Annual means yearly. So you should try to give the right answer. Okay. Right answer should be there. Expected answer should be there. Most of the students know annual means yearly. So here, while writing, when plants completes its life cycle in one season, these plants are called as annual plants. You have to remember. When plants require 2 seasons, when they require 2 seasons, for example, the seeds are grown in rainy season, they will show its vegetative growth, or they will complete its vegetative growth. That is formation of root, shoot. It is completion of vegetative growth. In the next season, that is during the winter season, it will complete its reproductive growth, and then plant will die. So this type of plants, they are called as biennial. And perennial means they grow throughout all the years and years. Means if we there are certain plants which we can see which are grown by our grandparents. Yes, they will grow, they will give fruits, they will give flowers, etc. till or for many generations. This type of plants are called as perennial. So do you got the difference between annual, biennial and perennial? Girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So causes bolting. Bolting means, see here certain plant shows rosette fashion. Rosette means it will show this type of arrangement. For example, I will give you cabbage. Yes, cabbage is the rosette pattern. But what is bolting? When the growth of internodes increases. Here, these are the internodes. These are the node. This is the leaf of the cabbage. Again, there will be growth of the internodes. Again, on nodes, there is growth of leaves or
Ma'am, your
nodes,
voice is
other
getting
type of branches. So this is called as bolting.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Due to certain network problem, network issue is here. That's why voice is breaking. Can you hear now properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the reason behind bolting? Bolting is increasing the length of the internodes. Farmers require seeds for their reproduction. Okay. So how they will obtain seeds? By bolting. So if bolting takes place here, then flowering will occur. See here, flowering is seen in this type of plants. So due to flowering, what will happen? Can you tell me? What will happen if flowering occurs? What is the commercial use of bolting? Farmers, most of them, they keep the plants which are required, or they grow the plants which are required in the market. So cabbage is required in the market, but they also need the plants for vegetative or for reproduction. So for this purpose, what they do, they keep some plants aside and they do bolting here. So due to bolting, what happens? The growth of the internodes increases and flowering takes place. And due to flowering, seeds will be formed. And these seeds are used by the farmers for the growth of these plants. Is your concept clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Girls, only one is answering me, one is replying me. Only I think Disha reply me. What about other students? Do you got the importance of bolting? Why bolting is required? What is bolting? Can you tell me what is bolting?
Means elongation of internodes just prior to flowering in plants.
Exactly.
Those with deposit habit.
Very good. So elongation of internodes. You should know the difference between the nodes. These are the nodes. Okay. So these are the nodes. The distance between the nodes from one node to another node, this is called as internode. So internode is increased. Why it should increase? Because after the increasing of internodes, there will be further stage that is called as flowering. And why this flowering should occur in certain plants? Because farmers want seeds. You know, after formation of flower, fruits are formed and inside the fruit, seeds are present. So to obtain seeds from these plants, bolting is done. Now, are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Development of parthenocarpic fruits. Parthenocarpic fruits means fruits
Which does not have seeds.
seedless fruits. Okay, apples, currants, black currants, you know, black currants. मराठी में
Yes,
वो
ma'am.
बोलते मनुके, ब्लॅक करंट्स. काळे मनुके बोलतो ना आपण. तुम्हाला ग्रेप्स एक्झॉस्मॉसिस झाल्यानंतर ब्लॅक ग्रेप्स यूज करायचे इथे. त्याच्यानंतर आपल्याला काय मिळणार त्याच्यापासून? ब्लॅक करंट्स आफ्टर exosmosis process. Exosmosis means when these grapes, black grapes, are placed in hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution means here concentration is much more increased by adding sugar. So these grapes shrink. Black grapes, they shrink and they forms black currants. So they are also seedless. Now we will see the next slide. Due to Giberllin treatment, dormancy is broken down. See here, amylase which is stored inside the seed, sugar which is stored, sorry, which is stored inside the seed. It is utilized by this developing embryo. This developing embryo uses this food which is stored in this seed for growth of radicle and plumule. You know, radicle give rise to root and plumule give rise to shoot. So Giberllins are used to break the dormancy. And then we will obtain new plants. Dwarf pea plants, when treated with Giberllins, they will be converted into tall plant. While studying Mendel, we had studied dwarf plant and tall plant. But due to application of Giberllins, here phenotypic character is changed. That is, dwarf plants can be converted into tall plants. Then seedless fruits are also obtained. Increases the fruit size and bunch length of grapes. We had already studied this commercial applications of Giberllins. Even then, we are again having this short revision so that you will be able to remember during the time of exam. When applied on genetically dwarf plants like maize, the stem rapidly elongates and acquires the height of normal tall varieties of maize. Even I had told you about vernalization. Okay, the applications of Giberllin overcomes the requirement of vernalization. Vernalization is a long process. It is chilling treatment given to seeds. Why this chilling treatment is given to seeds? For early flowering. Sometimes there is more demand in the flower in the market. So what do horticulturists do? They treat these plants with the help of these different hormones. One of the hormone is Giberllin. So that vernalization means the period which is required for chilling treatment, it is reduced. And we can easily flower these plants very soon. So the cooling of seed during germination in order to accelerate flowering when it is planted. So very early flowering occurs if we will treat these plants with Giberllins. So instead of giving this vernalization treatment, that is soaking the seed in cold water for many days, instead of that, we can easily treat the plants with Giberllins. Inhibits growth of roots, delays senescence. We had already studied these terms many times. Senescence means Girls, answer my question. Senescence means
Falling of leaf flower.
falling of leaf, flower, fruit. Aging, due to aging, it is termed as senescence and prevents abscission. Abscission means formation of abscisic, abscisic acid. I had told you about abscission also. So we had studied many different terms. Why we had studied different terms before starting this applications or before studying these hormones, so that we can easily go further. So you should study before starting of the lecture, so that our time will not be wasted again by explaining it again and again. समझ में आ रहा है मैं जो बता रही हूँ कि हर बार वही टर्म्स अगर मैं बताती रहूंगी तो क्या होगा, हमारा टाइम जाएगा उसमें। अच्छी बात रहेगी अगर आप फुल कंसंट्रेशन से पढ़ाई कर रहे हो वगैरह, ये सब अच्छा है, लेकिन बार बार वही बातें अगर सबको, आज ये स्टूडेंट नहीं है फिर कल वो अटेंड करेगी, फिर उसके ये सब टर्म्स क्या हो जाएंगे, मिस हो जाएंगे। अगर ये टर्म्स उनको आप सबको समझ में आएंगे तो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में क्या होगा, फास्ट पढ़ाना हो जाएगा। तो इसलिए आप क्या करते रहो, जब भी मैं लेक्चर लूंगी तो उसके पहले जो मैंने पढ़ाया है वो घर पे सेल्फ स्टडी करके या नोट्स देख के पढ़ना है। समझ में आ रहा है मैं जो बता रही हूँ?
Yes, ma'am.
तो एब्सिशन
Yes, ma'am.
यानी यहाँ पे जो नोड है, यहाँ पे लीफ, फ्लावर, फ्रूट, जो कुछ भी ग्रो हो रहा है, यहाँ पे एक लेयर बनती है, वो लेयर को क्या बोलते हैं हम, एब्सिशन लेयर। तो उससे क्या हो जाएगा, फ्रूट, फ्लावर जो कुछ भी है वो गिर जाएगा। तो जिबरलिंस क्या करेंगे, इनहिबिट्स। कैन यू टेल मी द मीनिंग ऑफ इनहिबिट्स? इनहिबिट का मतलब होता है स्टॉप। प्रोमोट्स यानी इंड्यूस, प्रमोट, ये क्या करेगा, उसको बढ़ाएगा। लेकिन इनहिबिट क्या करेगा, रुकवाएगा, स्टॉप करेगा। Breaks dormancy of seed and hastens germination. Its application causes production of male flowers on female plant. So this is commercially important. No Giberllins have been applied to these plants here. Giberllins have been applied. Due to Giberllins application, fewer flowers and larger fruits have been obtained. Here, the size of the amount of fruit or yield of fruit is less. Here, yield of fruit is more, and we can harvest the fruit daily. Okay. Then here size of the grapes is small. Here size of the grapes is larger. Increased fruit size. Previously, I had explained you about bolting. Again, we will see it when leafy vegetable crops produce seeds. You know leafy vegetables. Fenugreek, spinach, these are the leafy vegetables. Methi, palak, ये क्या है, leafy vegetables. Frequently is accompanied by bitter taste. जब उसको seeds आते, जैसे कि कोरिएंडर, कोरिएंडर यानी कोथिंबीर बोलते हैं उसको मराठी में, पालक भी है, जो भी लीफी वेजिटेबल्स है उसको जब सीड्स आने लगते, फ्लावरिंग स्टेज, जब भी हम बाजार में से कोरिएंडर लेने जाते तो मम्मी क्या देखती है, उसको फूल आए हैं क्या, अगर फूल आए हो तो वो टेंडर नहीं रहती है कोरिएंडर, तो हम यूज नहीं करते उसको, उसकी टेस्ट भी चेंज हो जाती है। उसकी टेस्ट जो होती है मेथी की वगैरह, आप देख लो, अगर मेथी की सब्जी कभी बाजार में मार्केट में लेने के लिए गए तो उसको अगर फूल आए हुए रहते तो हम लेते नहीं। क्यों नहीं लेते? क्योंकि उसकी टेस्ट चेंज हो जाती। अगर फूल आ गए तो उसको फ्रूट्स आएंगे और फ्रूट्स के अंदर मेथी के सीड्स रहेंगे, तो उसकी टेस्ट चेंज हो जाती। डिक्रीज इन वेजिटेटिव ग्रोथ, यानी उसकी जो वेजिटेटिव यानी पत्ते बहुत सारे जो आने चाहिए वो आते नहीं है, और इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? डिक्रीज इन वेजिटेटिव ग्रोथ। occurs in the warm month of summer. Once a plant has fully bolted, the plant is normally inedible. What is the meaning of inedible? Girls?
We can't eat it.
Huh?
We can't eat it.
We can't eat it. Edible means we can eat. Inedible means we can't eat. Why? Because bolting is taking place, increase in the internodes. The plant's entire energy reserve is focused on producing seeds, so the rest of the plant tends to become tough and woody as well as tasteless and even bitter. So why bolting should occur? To get seeds. Seeds are required for the reproduction. Now we will see the next hormone, cytokinins. Counters senescence. I had explained you about senescence. In this diagram, here cytokinin auxin ratio is shown. Then flowering is shown. Then root apical meristem is also shown. So here meristematic tissues are found. We had studied the regions of root. So see the role of cytokinin here. We had seen the role of auxin. Now we will study the role of cytokinin. We had also studied Giberllins, but cytokinin and auxins, they are mostly compared with each other. Promote cell division. Cyto means cytoplasm. Whenever the term cyto comes, you have to remember cell. Cell के अंदर क्या रहेगा? Cytoplasm. Kinin. Whenever the word comes kinin, it means division. On the basis of this, you should remember the first function of cytokinin is cell division, promotes cell division. Latham coined the term cytokinin. The first cytokinin was discovered by Skoog and Miller. Skoog and Miller. Can you tell me who discovered Giberllins? We had studied Giberllins.
The scientist, the Japanese scientist, Sawa. Sorry.
And which is that disease caused to the rice sapling?
Bakani disease.
Bakani disease. Why this disease was caused?
Because of the fungus Gibberella fujiku.
Because of the fungus Gibrella fusicori. This fungus infected this plant. So what was the result? Which symptoms were seen to this plant in this disease? The height of the plant has been increased. Why? Because the fungus Gibrella fusicori had released some hormone called gibberellic acid. So the growth of internodes has been increased. The other name is foolish seedling disease is also given. Due to increase in height of the rice sapling, the name is also given foolish seedling disease. So the Skoog and Miller first discovered cytokinin. during investigation of nutritional requirements of callus tissue culture of Nicotina tabacum. Name of the scientific name of tobacco is Nicotina tabacum. What is callus? I had explained you callus in our previous lecture. Can you tell me what is callus? आप जब लेक्चर अटेंड करते हो तो साइड में नोटबुक, पेन, पेंसिल सब रखते हो क्या? सिर्फ सुनते रहते हो जो टीचर बता रही है? टेक्स्ट बुक रखते हो साथ में?
हाँ मैम।
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो नोट्स लिखते हो जो पॉइंट्स में बताती हूँ, जिसका मीनिंग बताती हूँ, तो उसका लिखते हो क्या कुछ?
हाँ
Yes,
मैम।
ma'am.
So what is callus?
Tissue.
टिश्यू कल्चर में क्या बताया था मैंने? आपको याद है? लेक्चर अटेंड किया था ये? Callus is unorganized mass. Callus is unorganized mass. इसका कुछ शेप नहीं है, ऐसे ही सेल्स मल्टीप्लाई होते रहते हैं और उसका मास तैयार होता है। वो कैसा रहता है? अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड। टिश्यू कल्चर में टेस्ट ट्यूब में जो हमने न्यूट्रिएंट मीडियम लिया था, ये न्यूट्रिएंट मीडियम में जो एक्सप्लांट रखा है, ये एक्सप्लांट रहेगा, कौन सा भी सेल, कौन सा भी टिश्यू, या फिर एंकर रहेगा, एम्ब्रियो रहेगा, ये इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? एक्सप्लांट। सपोज यहाँ पे एक सेल रख दिया एक्सप्लांट करके, तो उसका अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड मास बनेगा, इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? कैलस। तो मिलर एंड स्पूक ने किसके ऊपर रिसर्च किया? निकोटिना टोबैकम, और ये कैलस कल्चर में उन्होंने देखा। आ गया समझ में? The callus proliferated when nutrient medium was supplemented with coconut milk. जब ये न्यूट्रिएंट मीडियम में कोकोनट मिल्क ऐड किया तो कैलस की ग्रोथ और ज्यादा बढ़ने लगी। ये जो कैलस स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा स्लो ग्रो हो रहा था, तो कोकोनट मिल्क ऐड करने के बाद कैसे हो गया? वो प्रोलिफरेट का मतलब क्या है? ज्यादा बढ़ने लगे, उसके सेल्स और ज्यादा मल्टीप्लाई करने लगे, उसको proliferate. And degraded sample of DNA obtained from herring sperm. जो हेरिंग एक्वेटिक एनिमल रहता है, उसके स्पर्म में से ये डीएनए सैंपल जब ऑब्टेन किया, बहुत ज्यादा दिखाई दी। They named it as kinetin. उनको क्या नाम दिया? काइनेटिन। Chemically, kinins are 6-furfuryl aminopurine. First natural cytokinin was obtained from undried maize grain by lithium etal. Etal means, do you know etal? What is the meaning of this? Do you know the meaning? When do we write this term? किसका ऑडियो चालू है?
मैम किसी का म्यूट चालू है।
गर्ल्स, स्नेहा, Etal means it is a group of scientists. We cannot write the names of all the scientists. During this time, we use this term. We write this term. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
It is known as zeatin. Other name for cytokinin is also zeatin. Zea means maize. We have to remember. Whenever the term comes zea, zea means maize. As it is obtained from maize, it is also termed as zeatin. 6-benzyl adenine is a synthetic cytokinin. Can you tell me the synthetic auxins which we had studied earlier? Means you are studying blankly to the lecture. Yes, I had told you many times the names of the synthetic auxins. Indole butyric acid, NAA, 2,4-D. Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
So you should
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
the answers fast. So synthetic cytokinin is 6-benzyl adenine. 7 different types of cytokinins are recovered from plants. Natural cytokinins are also reported from the plants like banana flowers, then apple, tomato fruits, coconut milk, etc. Physiological effects and applications of cytokinins. It also promotes cell division and cell enlargement. High cytokinin promotes shooting. Shooting means, which shooting here? Photography shooting, video shooting?
Elongation of shoot.
Yes, elongation of shoot. Shoot means increase in length of stem. Stem is called shoot. 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 A low ratio of cytokinin to auxin induces root development, but high ratio causes buds and shoot development. Remember this. Low ratio causes root initiation. When low cytokinins to auxins is added, it causes root initiation. Means root will develop to the seed. It is called as root initiation. And if increase in the ratio of cytokinin is there, then there will be initiation or elongation of shoot, stem. Okay. समझ में आया क्या डिफरेंस है? अगर लो रेशियो रहेगा साइटोकाइनिन्स का ऑक्सिन्स के साथ, इनिशियली हमने देखी ना ये डायग्राम देखी थी, याद है आपको? एक मिनट आप बताती हूँ. ये देखो, इसमें देखा था ना, अगर साइटोकाइनिन का रेशियो कम है और ऑक्सिन्स का ज्यादा है तो क्या बनेंगे? रूट्स बनेंगे. और अगर ऑक्सिन्स का रेशियो कम है और साइटोकाइनिन्स का रेशियो ज्यादा है तो क्या बनेंगे? शूट. Cytokinin and auxin ratio and their interaction controls morphogenic differentiation. Morphogenic differentiation means formation of root, stem, flower. It is called morphogenic differentiation. It promotes the growth of lateral buds and controls apical dominance by cell division. Plant responses to cytokinin देखो यहाँ पे, cytokinin to auxin ratio, high auxins and low cytokinin, root initiation, low auxins, high cytokinin, shoot initiation, and when both are same in amount, callus formation. Take the screenshot of this line. For MCQs or for answer in one sentence, this question might be asked. So you should be able to write the answer. Don't get confused. Remember, C cyto for should development. Whenever there is more increase in cytokinin ratio, there will be increase in should. It is easy to remember. Cyto, C, S, you have to remember. S means stem or should, you have to remember. आ गया समझ में?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Cytokinins delay senescence of leaves. See here, this leaf appears green and this appears yellow. Means here senescence is taking earlier, but due to addition of cytokinins, there is delay in senescence. Yellowing of leaf, it does not occur at early stage. There will be no falling of leaf. You know, if leaf occurs yellowish in color, they fall down. But due to cytokinins, there will be delay in senescence.